Novak Djokovic is infamous for his tantrums on court that have even landed a lineswoman with an injury at one point. And now, with his recent refusal to take the COVID-19 vaccination, he's been pulled into controversy. In this video, we'll take a look at why his bad behavior has caused him to lose an honorary award. And well, his fans didn't take well to that news. Let's dive right into it. Starting off with Rennae Stubbs' explanation behind Djokovic's loss. Just like every season, this year wrapped up with the ATP Awards. One of those awards was the Stefan Edberg Sportsmanship Award. The winner of this award is selected by the ATP players themselves as they cast their votes. And this year's winner was Rafael Nadal once again. The former world number one Novak Djokovic has never won the award, and this time his fans weren't too happy about his loss. He was nominated for the award. Some of his fans expressed their disappointment on Twitter, which was noticed by the six-time Grand Slam doubles champion Rennae Stubbs. Stubbs argued that Novak was responsible for his own loss. She explained that there was no bias here, and it's clear that Novak lost because of his poor behavior. She claimed that the award was given to the player who showed sportsmanship both on and off the court, and Novak hasn't been a good sport when it comes to that. Stubbs listed some of his offenses, which included breaking his racket and getting defaulted. She explained that this was the primary reason for his losing the award, but the fans didn't back down and listed some of the things they claimed showed good sportsmanship, which Novak has done. But Stubbs wasn't backing down. She claimed that things like shaking hands with his opponent and helping them get back up is something every player did. She called him a gracious loser, but insisted that all these things didn't mean he had to win the award. Moving on to Rennae's complaint with the fans. When Rennae took on Novak's fans, she should have known what she was getting into. They didn't take her remarks about Novak's lack of sportsmanship kindly. Some of them called her names and accused her of being biased. Some of the fans posted instances where they claimed Rafael Nadal was in the wrong. Many chided her for supporting Rafael and thinking of him as her god. But Stubbs didn't back down. She insisted that as fans they needed to be more objective and not let their bias cloud their judgment. In another set of tweets, she explained the situation she had landed herself in. She added that if she ever tweeted to support Novak Djokovic, it landed her in trouble with Rafael Nadal fans, and if she tweeted to support Rafael Nadal, it landed her in trouble with Novak Djokovic fans. She had a message for all these fans. Rennae claimed that all these fans needed to have a good hard look in the mirror and think about their biases. While she received plenty of support from some of the fans, there was still a lot of hate for her mentions. Some fans admitted that they were biased, but that was part of being a fan. They added that there was a lot of media against Novak these days, and that was completely unfair. Many fans called her out for being biased. Some fans claimed that they'd never heard of her saying anything nice about Novak, following up with the drama escalating over the award snub. This award snub caused a major stir over the internet, as many other tennis critics joined in on the debate. Many sports journalists sided with Stubbs over the matter and claimed that she didn't deserve all the hate she was receiving over what were some harmless comments. One particular fan called Stubbs' approach trash and questioned why she never worried about Venus Williams never getting the award. To this, Stubbs quickly responded and added that she'd been an avid supporter of Venus Williams getting the Sportsmanship Award, and that she's been pretty vocal about it on all her platforms. All of this caused a major rift online, as some people shared accounts of the Serbian player's poor behavior. One such instance that was routinely mentioned was when his racket hit a ball boy while playing a match in Serbia. One of his fans claimed that it had clearly slipped from his hands. To this, Martina Navratilova asked if there was proof of that happening. A Joker fan admitted that the player did have his ugly moments, but he's always been the first to admit of his mistakes and win the support of his fans. Rennae and Martina both accepted this argument, but the matter hadn't settled. Martina explained the racket hitting incident. She claimed that he might have done it in jest for it to hit the ball, but it accidentally hit the ball boy. To settle once and for all, former tennis player and broadcaster Chris Evert claimed that this fight had gone on for too long. Let's take a look at what coach Goran Ivanisevic has to say about Novak. After a series of slumps, Novak has ended the year on a high note, and the former Croatian tennis player who is now coaching the Serbian player believes he's truly remarkable. Well, of course he'd say that, he's his coach, but Goran has insisted in a recent interview that Novak has amazed him with his stamina. Ivanisevic argued that Novak has been able to maintain his stamina because he's been training intensely. He claimed that the Serbian player has an unending drive to be better. Therefore, he trains harder than any other player and also looks after his body. The proud coach added that during his tennis playing days, professional players would stop playing once they reached 31, and yet the 34-year-old is still going strong. Having won the Wimbledon title this year, he showed everyone why he still got it. Comparing him to players like Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, Goran claimed that Novak's not ready to be replaced by a young player. He claimed that while the others are talking about young players like Carlos Alcaraz, Djokovic still has kept his passions alive and wants to be the best. This attitude of his is what Goran admired and claimed it's what's missing from the other older players. With his return to the Australian Open this coming year, all eyes are on him to see how he will reclaim his throne. Moving ahead with more praise for the Serbian player. It seems that all bets are on Novak's epic wins at the Australian Open 2023. He's already been deemed as the favorite of the tournament. This has a lot to do with his disgraced removal from the tournament last year. But now with the visa ban removed, many are welcoming his his return. Australian doubles player Paul McNamee has branded the tennis star as a person of principle. While speaking to the press, he claimed that he'd been a favorite of the tournament every year, and that he deserves that praise. Paul also added that he's fully ready for Djokovic to pick up his 10th Australian Open title. He claimed that it only made sense for him to win it the 10th time. Paul also went on to praise him for standing by his decision. It cost him 2 Grand Slam titles. He showed that he wasn't backing down and was a man of principle. He stayed true to his words. For that, he had the players' adoration and respect. Let's take a look at which player overtakes Novak Djokovic when it comes to prize money. With the tennis season finally wrapping up, the results for the most wins and most losses are rolling in. And it's important to look at which player took the heaviest bag home this year. Well, Novak Djokovic was leading the list after having earned a total of $9,934,582. But it seems like the Serb was beaten to it at the finishing line by none other than the 19-year-old tennis sensation Carlos Alcaraz. After receiving his bonus pool of money, Alcaraz went way past Novak and earned a total of $10.1 million. This made him the only tennis player this year to bag an 8-figure salary. Originally, Djokovic has managed to beat 21-year-old Iga Swiatek, who was about to become the first female player in 2 decades to top the list of highest-earning tennis players. But in the end, it was finally Carlos who got to earn the most money. The largest chunk of his earnings this year came from winning the US Open. Being the final big Grand Slam of the season, it offered the largest prize money. The teenager took home $2.6 million. This exceeds last year's prize money, which was $2.5 million. He also earned $1.2 million when he won his first 1,000 title, which was at the Miami Open. The teenager could have gotten even richer if he had played the ATP Finals, which offered an even bigger boost. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Novak should have gotten the Sportsmanship Award? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one. Goodbye for now.